Welcome to the Biz Builders podcast, where we believe building the business of your dreams can change your life. I'm your host, Sandy Patterson, former teacher turned certified life and business coach. After 14 years of teaching, I took a huge leap, left my job, and built 2 successful businesses with no business or sales background. Now I'm living the life of my dreams, and I'm ready to help you do the same. You're in the right spot here if you're ready to dig into not only the strategy of business building, but also the belief in yourself that building a business is possible. You're made for this, and you've got exactly what it takes to create the financial, time, and location freedom you're craving. Over here, we value progress over perfection. We embrace being uncomfortable, and we believe that anything, literally anything you want, is possible for you with the right strategy, mindset, and support. You'll also hear inspiring stories here and, of course, failures of women who are doing the same thing. The whole idea is if she can do it, so can I. Thanks for being here. Let's dive in. Welcome to the Biz Builders podcast. This is an audio from the Biz Builders Insiders series where I'm sharing some of the conversations and questions that are coming up in the Biz Builders Mastermind space. As you'll hear, these short audios are from Instagram Live, and my intention for this series is for you to see what questions people are asking, how I think, how my clients think, how we move, and the things that we're doing to grow businesses that support our dream lives. Because I know for me, I never come into someone's space just for the strategy or for them to tell me what to do. I really want to know more about how they're thinking, how they're leading themselves, the things that are important to them, and the things that they're struggling with and doing, and the way they move and lead themselves and their people. This is your chance to see how we move in the Biz Builders Mastermind space, and also to get some great insights, strategy, and free coaching. Enjoy. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to another little episode here of the Biz Builders Insiders, where I am giving you a little peek into all of the amazing conversations, the questions, the strategy, the inspiration that is happening inside the Biz Builders Mastermind space. And today's topic has actually come up for me in quite a few different spaces, like coaching spaces, but also like just in like real life regular spaces. And I think that the reason that this is particularly coming up now is because it's December, the holidays are upon us, like things are about to get crazy busy. And so this thing is, okay, let me back up here a little bit. A lot of the women that are in my space and that I work with are moms. And I think there's something really, really special about being a mom and also building a business, because essentially we are building businesses, right? That are so much more than just businesses, right? For the women that I work with, this is like their life's work. This is more than just a business, more than just a way to make money. It's really about creating this beautiful impact and changing lives. And we're also trying to raise kids to just basically not be assholes, right? And that is a huge task. Like that in itself is a huge task. So when you put these two things together, it becomes an insanely huge task, like an even bigger task. And even if you're not a mom, or even if you do not have kids, all of us, every woman that I've ever worked with, ever, is juggling so many different things. Like we wear so many different hats on a daily basis. So even if you're not a mom, like it's just a lot. There's a lot happening. And so this thing that has been coming up recently is people will say to me like, oh my gosh, like I feel so bad, Sandy. I feel really guilty. Like at the end of the day, I'm going to bed at night and I feel just really guilty. I feel really bad because I didn't get to do the things that I wanted to do in my business today. Like I wanted to show up in my business. I wanted to pour more into it. I have this whole list of things that I want to accomplish as far as my business goes in order to move the needle forward. And I just didn't get to them because there was this whole big like other life circumstance that happened, right? And every single time I'm like, look, you've literally, the reason that you are building a business is so that you can focus on what is important to you. And of course, family is always first. So when these big like life things happen and you have to turn your attention to those things, to take care of those things for a day, for a week, for even months at a time, you have essentially, like, that's the reason why you're building this business, to be able to do that. Because for everybody, right? Family is always the most important thing. Like, taking care of our people is the most important thing. And there are times, there are seasons when things happen, like shit happens, right? Like, stuff happens with our kids, stuff happens just in general, that we have to take a second and we have to like reevaluate where our time and our energy is going. And sometimes these life things just take up more space than we would, than not that we would want them to, but it's taking away, because really there's only so much time. There's so much energy that we have. Like, we don't have this like unlimited amount of time and energy. So sometimes we do have to shift. And so I remind my clients of like, hey, like, okay, you're going to bed at night and you're feeling guilty because you didn't show up the way that you wanted to. But is that guilt actually serving you? Is that guilt like doing you any favors? Is it doing your business any favors? Is it doing your clients any favors? Is it doing your like long-term goals any, like, is it helping at all? Is it serving you? And the answer is always no. Like, guilt is the stupidest emotion that like we deal with. So like, the guilt is not helping. And this is not like, this audio is absolutely not to like say, don't feel guilty. Like, that's a whole other like topic and thing that can be detangled. But this is really to remind you that like, sometimes there are times, like, your life and your business are almost, I see it like the tide, right? Like, sometimes we have seasons where we can really, really focus on our business and we can really pour everything into that. Other seasons we have to pour into our family, or we want to pour into our family, or we need to pour into our family, because things just happen. And so if we look at it more of like a tide, like this ebb and this flow, it becomes less like, I got to feel guilty at the end of the day because I didn't show up or I didn't do the things. And this is exactly why, like, this is the beautiful part of the work that I do with my clients, is that we intentionally build this business so that you can shift your attention to other things. And we identify with all of my clients, whether it's in the mastermind space or it's a one-to-one client, or even just in like other spaces too, we identify like the bare minimum. What is the bare minimum that you need to do, that you need to show up in your business every day? I call these non-negotiables. These are things that like, these are the things bare minimum that we just start with, so that if shit hits the fan on the other side of your life and you have to turn your attention away, you can come back to knowing that it's like, it's okay. These are like the small, tiny things that I need to be doing consistently over time to keep the ball rolling, to keep the needle moving forward. So it's super, super clear. So I'm always like, okay, we're just going to come back to the non-negotiables. Like, we're going to recenter, refocus, come back to the non-negotiables. And even if you don't make it to the non-negotiables, we're still building businesses that allow us to shift our focus for whatever the amount of time is, without having to feel guilty and without having to feel like when we come back that we're starting completely over, or we're starting like from scratch. And that comes with the foundational pieces that we lay in the beginning. This is how we set boundaries. This is how we intentionally show up. This is how we intentionally like cut ourselves off at the end of, not cut ourselves off, but like how we essentially create boundaries as the foundational piece to the business that's going to allow you to focus on the things that are most important to you. Again, because it's literally like the tide. It ebbs and it flows. And sometimes you can pour into your business. Many times we have things that we need to take care of, things that we're dealing with in the life side, and we just have to, like, there has to be some sort of balance. And especially too, if you're a mom, like, you know, like, things come out of nowhere, things come out unexpectedly. And we were just talking about this the other day. Like, it's almost like, as a parent, like, you feel like, okay, everything's running smoothly, everything's good. And then that is the moment when, like, you're just, something like blindsides you and you're like, what the hell? Like, and you got to go deal with this thing again, because raising kids and our families is always the most important thing. So I work with my clients to make sure that the business that they're building from the get-go, from the very beginning, even if you've gotten off, like even if you're already in your business and you've already gotten started, like I can see really quickly where there are mindset issues or limiting beliefs that are holding you back from laying those foundational pieces to be able to see your business and your life as like the tide going in and out. And these are all like usually simple little tweaks that we can make in those foundational pieces in the way that you're showing up. And again, like coming back to identifying what your non-negotiables are. Like if you know your non-negotiables, then really there's no, like, you know, the bare minimum, you know, the smallest amount that you can do and show up every day in order to keep the needle like moving forward in your business. And so even if you only show up to do those non-negotiables, and even if like you only show up to do one of them, like it's the permission that you get to have at the end of the day, where you get to feel like you accomplished something in your business. You get to feel like you showed up for your business. You get to feel like you are moving the needle forward and doing something, versus like, you know, holding on to this guilt of like, oh, I didn't show up how I wanted to. And like, let me tell you, with business and with anything else, like there's always going to be more to do. There's always going to be more that we could do, but it's like, what's enough? Like, so these non-negotiables, I help my clients in the mastermind space, I help my one-to-one clients identify exactly what these are and what it, like, not only what they are, but like what feels good to them. Because if we're talking sustainability here, we're talking sustainability over time and in the long run here. Like, what are the things that you're going to be okay and you're going to feel good showing up for day in and day out? And once you have those, like once you can anchor to those, then we start adding other things on. But these non-negotiables are like the bare minimum. So again, this is definitely not to like to tell you like, don't feel guilty or like, don't like whatever. Like, I get it. Like things happen. Our brains do weird things. Like, it's all good. This is just to remind you that like your business and your family, your personal life is like the tide. Sometimes there are seasons when we can focus on our business and go like full force. Other times there are seasons when we just need to focus on family. And you're literally creating a business. You are creating a business that allows you to do that. And what beauty there is in that. I was just talking to a client yesterday and she was having the same, like, this is exactly what we were talking about. And I was like, look, like let's take a second and just like, look at how grateful you are for being able to shift your focus for this time frame to deal with these things that you're dealing with in your personal life. Because if you are still at your 9-to-5 job, like this wouldn't be an option. You would not be able to like take care of these things and give these things the care and attention that you want to give had you still been in your 9-to-5 job. So thank goodness that you took that leap and you are running your business full time, and it gives you that freedom and that flexibility to take care of your kids and to take care of your things, while also still, again, moving the needle forward because she's focusing on the bare minimum. She's focusing on those non-negotiables. And those were all laid very, very intentionally from the beginning of her business. And so I think the shame and the guilt that we carry around with us is just so stupid. I think it's just the stupidest thing. And that's not very helpful, other than just to remind you that like, there's always going to be more to do and to give yourself a little bit of grace. And if this is something that really resonates with you too, if you're like, oh my gosh, like this is me, like I go to bed at the end of the day, like thinking, I wish I knew what my non-negotiables were, so then at least I could just focus on those things. please reach out to me. This is a big focus in the Biz Builders Mastermind space where we get really, really specific about what it is that you need to be doing for your specific business and your specific like life and lifestyle and how you want to feel. And then we focus on those and then build on them because it's going to be different for everybody. Everybody's non-negotiables are going to be different. And I also too want to encourage you too, when we talk about non-negotiables, this was another thing that I have talked about in the space this morning too, is like the non-negotiables. Yes, we have the non-negotiables in business, but I'm also really adamant that my clients also choose non-negotiables in other areas of their life. So like non-negotiables in your business. Okay, perfect. Non-negotiables for like just you, like your personal, like what makes you happy, what's going to light you up, what's going to like pour into your cup, not anybody else's, not worrying about anybody else. What's your non-negotiables? Like what are your non-negotiables for your family? What are your, and then you can do them in every area if you want to, but I think the personal ones are just as important as the business ones because it keeps us balanced, it keeps us leveled, it keeps our nervous systems regulated too when we're not like just so flustered and like floating and like, oh my God, there's just so much to do and I don't know what to do and I don't know what to focus on. And this is another thing too, like there's so much noise out here in the wild Instagram West. Like there's just so many, you can open up Instagram and see like within a matter of a minute, like 10 different opinions about what you should or shouldn't be doing. And so this is why I'm so like passionate about this space is like, let's cut the noise. Like let's get real specific and let's get into your business and how you want to feel, not like what you see a ton of other people doing, on Instagram. Okay. So if you have any questions or you want to chat more about this, please just shoot me a message. If you're interested in joining the Biz Builders Mastermind space, there are spots open. We have extended payment plans available to make this possible for you. If you're looking to start sometime in Q1, or if you're like, I'm ready to go tomorrow, we are ready to welcome you into this space. So you can shoot me a message with the letters BBMM and we can chat about that. Or if anything here resonated with you, I always love to hear what your takeaways were, what you're going to try, what, something you're thinking about differently from here on out. I love to hear it. So have a great rest of your Tuesday, you guys. It is a beautiful day out and I hope it's beautiful wherever you are. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Okay. Mwah. Love you guys. Bye. Hey, you guys, thanks for listening to the Biz Builders Insider clips. I hope you are loving them as much as I am loving creating them. And if you're a coach who's ready to take your online coaching business full time with foundational strategic pieces, plus the mindset and confidence needed to sustain that business of your dreams, and you're ready to show up and be the go-to coach and own your niche and why you're so damn good at what you do, and if you want to, without question, know what to do every day to sell your offer, get clients, fill your calendar, and focus on your moneymaker activities, the Biz Builders Mastermind family is the perfect home for you. You can find the link to apply in the show notes here, or you can shoot me a message on Instagram with the letters BBMM and we can chat.